Join us today in Greenland. Discover mystical icebergs, vibrant culture, endless fjords, and secrets hidden in its frozen wilderness. Greenland, the world's largest island, lies far northwest of Iceland and across Canada, separated by the Davis Strait entirely within the Arctic Circle, defined by its massive ice sheet and rugged terrain. Before arriving in Greenland, we spent 2 days in Iceland, one of the few ports we decided not to film. With hurricane-force winds, it was just a visit we'd rather forget. The storm was simply too strong for us to have any lasting impression, and nothing worth sharing in our videos. Well, we're heading to Greenland, and I just woke up. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, and I've sighted our first iceberg. It's kind of hard to believe we went from Antarctica and now we're in the Arctic. It's shocking. We're seeing, well, a lot of icebergs actually. It's beautiful. We really got lucky with the weather. Look at all that snow. August 25th. This is probably as good as it gets. So we're out here on the deck and we're gonna get some close-up videos of these icebergs and these beautiful mountains. You know, you don't think about Greenland. I never gave it a second thought, but what it could possibly be like. You don't really see too many pictures of it like this with the sun. The Prins Christian Sun is a picturesque fjord in the south of Greenland, and we're gonna start going in there now, and we're gonna get some great footage for you. But
you see that red house over there on the top?
80% of Greenland is covered by a permanent ice sheet, over a mile thick, holding more than 10% of the world's fresh water and dominating the island's rugged, frozen terrain. This reflection in the water of this iceberg is gorgeous. Look at the hues. It almost looks fake. It looks like a swimming pool with the sun reflecting through the ice. Wow.
No, that's the ice from underneath. They say iceberg is 3 times the size underneath than what's above.
Oh, so the sun's going through the water and
Yeah.
through the iceberg.
Yeah.
Wow, it's gorgeous.
This is ice underneath.
Man. Anyway, we're going through the sound, starting to just go in it. We're going to be cruising through here all day, but what's unbelievable is how close we are. I didn't expect us to be this close to land going through. Jeez. We are gifted with a weather like this. Okay, we want you to see how close we are to the land going up this sound. I mean, it's like you could throw a rock and
You can jump.
you could jump and hit land. It's unreal how close we are. Wow, look at this. Very, very close. It must go straight down. It's got to be really deep. It's gorgeous. So we're coming up on a glacier, and you can see all of the ice melting off the glacier and floating in the water right in front of us. The captain's going really slow. He's going to have the crew launch a boat, and then they're going to go out and take pictures of the ship in front of the glacier. So we're approaching this glacier. Oh, that's a huge glacier. Wow. Woohoo! Wow, the reflection is so beautiful. Look at this. Millions of years of glacial movement have shaped Greenland's fjords, where ancient ice predates civilization.
Standing before this natural masterpiece, the enormity of the landscape makes me feel insignificant, dwarfed by nature's incredible power and history frozen in time.
Like, it's really neat. Everybody's out here. It's warm, getting their picture, and they just made it really neat.
At the fjord's end, we arrive solely to witness this breathtaking, unforgettable view.
Yeah, we're heading out now. Like, we just came in to take a look at the glacier, and now we're heading back out to continue on.
Gliding through the fjord towards the North Sea, we relax on the cabin balcony, glass of wine in hand, watching nature's majestic show. It's late August, and the weather is uncharacteristically perfect, a rare treat in this often unpredictable region. Moments like these, surrounded by such breathtaking beauty, make us truly appreciate the magic of this incredible place.
Yeah, we see this sailboat going by, and it's like we are so far in the middle of nowhere. We're trying to figure out, where did he come from and where is he going? Oh, Mario.
It's really a small world too.
Hope he has plenty of fuel, because there's no sailing today. Oh, that one has a lot of water coming down. You can see the spray. We're just seeing this one iceberg, and it looks like a big flat table. Really interesting. And then the mountains to our left is just gorgeous with a big fog bank. Look at that fog bank. Qaqortoq. Welcome to Qaqortoq. Qaqortoq.
65 it up.
Well, after 2 days at sea, we're excited to be here in Greenland, our first stop, Qaqortoq. And it's part of Denmark, by the way. So they use the Danish kroner. And, well, it's sunny. We really got lucky to be here on a sunny day. We were kind of concerned. It's a tender port. We were a little bit concerned because of the fog. And it lifted, and we're out and exploring this cute little town. Only 3,000 people live here. So I like the way they have all their houses painted. It's a walking town. Just go around and feel like you're in Greenland, you know? It's kind of amazing. It's probably as good as it gets right now, 59 degrees, August 26th, the peak of the summer. Is that the Greenland flag? Hmm. It's different. So, as you can see, everybody that's walking around is all from the ship because, well, there's only 3,000 people that live here. Want to go to the museum? I heard it was interesting, actually.
Does the city center? Oh, here's the bar.
Where?
Right here.
Oh!
Yeah.
Look at that. You can sit outside on the way back.
Greenland, the world's largest island, is home to just 60,000 people. It's a vast, remote island with no roads or railways linking its towns. Boats greatly outnumber cars, making water transport essential in this Arctic region, where isolation and rugged terrain shape the unique lifestyle of its scattered communities.
Thanks, Sarko. Do you think you could live here?
Today?
Today, for 1 day. It would take us, you'd have to be born here and raised here in order to survive here. You have to have the right genes. It's crystal clear. Here's a pottery shop and a gas station. I'm not sure what you would do if you lived here. You can see the tender taking people back already. Wow, the water is so clear and clean. And the air is clean and the sky is blue. Some nice houses way up there on the top. Huh?
Oh, what kind of meat is that?
Oh,
Oh, beef.
but that's a mountain. What kind of beef is that? That looks like water buffalo.
Yeah.
It's cold enough. You don't need to.
Refrigerated.
You know. Feels good. They probably don't see the sun much, you know. It might be the way you can come in here too. That's probably how you get in and out of here by helicopter. That's not a Coast Guard. That's a private helicopter.
Oh, medical.
Yeah. Medical. Yeah, it's medical. Yeah, one's 5, one's 526, and one's 515. Diesel. It's 515. That's got to be per liter, huh?
But like that's not bad.
That's less than $1.
Yeah.
How could that be?
Well,
Getting a lot of subsidies.
yeah. No, that's cheaper than the mainland.
I wonder how they're heating their homes.
Yeah.
I wonder how they're heating their homes. We discovered how they're heating their homes and everything, steam heat. And there's the pipes for the steam, and it's being piped up to all the homes.
Heavily reliant on fishing, especially halibut, Greenland's economy also benefits from shrimp, tourism, and small-scale mining industries.
I think this cannery right here is a big employer. It's interesting how they all have the same cross. And you can tell the ground is hard as a rock, like they're lots of rocks. There's no trees. Like Zach was saying, they're not using wood to heat their homes. No way. There's no wood. It's just nice to be outside and walking around and be off the ship. We had 2 days from Amsterdam, extremely rough seas. And then we got to Iceland and it was 40 knot winds and it was brutal. And 2 days there and then another 2 days here. So it's been a lot of rough sea days. So it feels good to be on land, huh?
Fix it up, huh?
Oh yeah. Somebody left their home. Hasn't been broken into.
It's not good.
I don't think you're gonna have a squatter here. Everybody knows everybody here. There's probably no crime. Cruise ship of 2,000 people in a little town of 3,000. And nobody's out. They're all working or doing something. Where is everybody, do you suppose? All the locals. They're all in their homes, they're working, they're in the cannery, they're fishing. We're observing, you know, we're traveling the world and little things catch our eye and we notice that there's not like one piece of garbage anywhere. And Zarko was saying like he was seeing garbage cans are being used and like it's amazing. Not one piece of plastic or anything here. Well, when we first got here, it was completely fogged in, but we waited till noon to get off. And by then, people were already going back. So we did the right thing. Don't be in a rush to get off. Look at this rock. There's no way you can move this rock, so they just built around it. Oh man, it's huge. Succo said it's granite. Oh man, look at this. They had to build around it. Standing here, trying to imagine living here. It's a different world. It's quiet and peaceful, but I don't know. It'd be hard to live here. Someone from the outside world, no way. This has to be a daycare center. Look at the strollers. Think that's a school?
Like it has this.
Oh, I can't read it. It's in a different language. Okay, makes sense. It looks like a school. They're probably out for summer, you know?
Yeah. Okay. That's a dead end.
Yeah, we just talked to a local gentleman there at his house, and he said this is the local, well, the center of southern Greenland. And we asked him what they do here for a living. He says he can't really name one thing, but this is sort of the administration area for Greenland, southern Greenland. And then we asked him how they heat their houses. He said they use oil, but they also burn trash and use the steam, and the central steam plant goes to all the homes. He said it was the center of the world for him.
It is. No?
Yeah.
This was probably born here.
You'd have to be.
And like he said, right now it's salmon season.
Salmon season, yeah.
He said you can get salmon from the shore.
Amazing. Want to go get a fishing pole? That would be neat, wouldn't it?
Like Alaska, you know? Okay, let's go here. Pacific.
Like sometimes when you're in another country and something this remote, it would be interesting to see what they carry and what the cost is, because I would imagine everything is shipped in from Denmark, probably, huh? We can see where it's shipped in, but
Oh, maybe Canada, Denmark, whatever. There was quite a few containers in the import.
like a 7 to 1 right now,
It was about 651.
650 to 1. That gives you an idea how much things are. You can get anything you want here.
Yeah. All in goods was $3. Cheaper than the States.
$3. Oh,
Yeah. Well, yeah, we have the store in Bulgaria. It's a European chain. Not
home goods.
furniture,
Furniture, yeah.
everything. Plastic stuff.
Let's see what they carry here. Yeah, see, yeah, it's home goods, just the same as what we see in the exact same thing in Bulgaria.
This is a table.
Oh, yeah. I'll be darned. Yeah?
Like all the people you see is from the cruise ship.
Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder what the locals think when all of a sudden there's all these people walking around their little town. Most of them are just kind of ignoring us, but they seem extremely friendly.
Like
If you talk to them.
it's entertainment for them too.
Oh, yeah, they don't see many people.
Yeah,
All they see is each other.
it's a lot of flowers.
I know. They're wildflowers. Are they fishing over there? No. I saw.
You can see it at the bottom.
I'm sure this lake is solid ice. Maybe they ice skate on it. Ice fish, ice skate.
You want to come in back in the winter, see how it is?
No. Probably can't even get into the place, and you'd have to come here in an icebreaker ship to get here.
You probably have lights.
I mean, this is their best day of the year. I can't even imagine. We were just noticing this house up on that rock, up on the top, and that looks like their water tower. They have this neat staircase that you can go up there and get some nice viewpoints. We're looking at the church here. It's really cute with the creek. The creek. Look how cute this is with the creek going down and the meadow and. Here, let me get it. Oh yeah. Cheers, Argo. Drinking around the world.
Yeah. I made this local lady here.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. She was at this.
Cheers, cheers,
Cheers! Woo-hoo! Yeah!
Go! As the bike. It doesn't get any better than this. You get pictures of all that?
Yes, we're having drinks with friends here on this deck in Greenland. How do you say it? Qaqortoq?
Qaqortoq.
Qaqortoq. Greenland.
Greenland.
Yeah. The polar bear rug.
Wow.
That's unreal.
You like to drink, I like to talk.
So find a bar that sells crab and we're okay.
How many suitcases are you on? Not 20.
We're not 20, but we already over our limit.
Oh.
I'm talking about my limit because I'm waiting for that straw to break Dougie's back.
It's a perfect day for us, but living here sure seems challenging. Interestingly though, the bartender pouring the beer was originally from the Philippines.
Well, goodbye Greenland. Our only port now in Greenland since a big storm came in and they canceled our stop in Nuuk. So we're heading straight for St. John's, Canada, Newfoundland.
St. George or St. John's? St. John's.
St. John's, 2 days at sea now. But it's beautiful today. We got really lucky.
As we're starting the last 2 weeks of our homecoming journey. But I hope that the marvelous journey that we have together will continue until the very last moment.
Our next stop is St. John's, Newfoundland, a North Canadian gem. We'll explore its vibrant streets, enjoy local seafood, and taste iceberg beer. Join us for this exciting journey into Canada's rugged coastal beauty.